what's y'all's feeling on these illegal immigrants getting all this free money, free phone, free housing, and things like that? We're hearing things now like some places are trying to give them $1,000 a month in SNAP benefits, right? To help them buy groceries, help them buy baby needs and things like that. You have what was it, Washington State? They diverted like $340 million of the pandemic money to give to the illegal immigrants. See? And meanwhile, you've got the elderly out here who's on Social Security, disability, or something like that. And you hear every year, well, they got a cost of living increase. But what you don't hear is every year they get that cost of living increase, their Medicare, their insurance goes up and eats that cost of living increase. You have the elderly out here, they're having to choose between, am I going to buy groceries this week? Am I going to buy my medicine? Am I going to pay my bills? Can I go to the doctor this week? They go to apply for some aid, right? They need maybe some food stamps, some SNAP benefits, right? They go down there and they're like, yeah, you're approved, you're going to get them. Guess what they get? $20 a month. Meanwhile, we're just handing money out to the illegals, right? Here, we need to make sure you eat, You're not putting nothing into society. You're not paying taxes or anything like that, but we're going to make sure you eat and got a place to live and this and that. Meanwhile, you got the elderly, you got the people that are disabled over here that are struggling, and the federal government will not help them, right? $20 a month, you know, could you eat on $20 a month? Maybe. But you're not going to be very healthy, are you? You're not. You're going to be eating little bitty meals and things. It's got to the point now, I've told you, you always need to remember how hard the federal government fought over how much money they were going to give the United States citizen during the pandemic. You got to remember, they fought over $600 for me, you, and everybody else that was a citizen, right? Meanwhile, they got all this surplus money. Now they can just throw it here, here, and here, and here, right? And nobody's doing nothing about it. They're just like, well, whatever, let's give them money. Let's give them money. We're writing blank checks to countries for aid and support when we don't even take care of our own people here in the United States. We don't. We do not take care of our own people. We take care of these illegals more than we do our own people. You got the homeless population who has always been there. And most people in our society, whether this may make some of you mad, most people look down on our homeless society. They're homeless through some act of their own, is what most people think. They're either a drug addict, they're an alcoholic, they did something, they're hiding out, that's why they're homeless. But when the illegals come over, we don't know who they are, what they did in their country, but we just open doors for them, right? Here's you some money. Here's you a place to live. Here's you some food. Here's you a phone. Here's you this. Here's you that. It's funny how all this pandemic money, well, we found it, and now we need to use it up. On the state of Alabama here, they gave, I think, $150 a single person and $300 for married couples that filed jointly. Around Christmas time, they gave them some money that was left over from the pandemic. They fought over that because the governor was wanting to give more. They were wanting to give, I think, up to $800 and $1,600, and they're like, no. We need to keep us low, $150 and $300. We ain't giving them no $800 and $1,600, right? All right, fine. They didn't give you that money. Where did that go? Where is that money set now? Is that for the illegals? That's what I'm telling you. We have all this money to help everybody except for the American people. If you get down and out on your luck and you need some help, you're screwed in this country. You're better off to cross the border, come back illegally, and start over. Honestly, that's the way it looks. We have all this money to help the illegal immigrants, but yet we can't help our own. And where is this money coming from? How are they finding money, right? Why is their pandemic money left over? That's the important question, right? Why was that money not spent during the pandemic to help their citizens of the state, right? It's got to the point now where the government is not for us. It's not for you. It's not for me. It's for the illegal immigrants. The border's wide open. They're not going to close it. They're not. And where are they going to put these people that are coming over here? These sanctuary cities are saying, hey, we're full. We can't take no more. Guess what? They're going to start coming to states like mine, like Alabama, your state. Maybe you live in Georgia, Tennessee, Idaho, somewhere like that. They're going to start putting them somewhere else. And that's just the way it is. And meanwhile, people like you and me are out here struggling just to get through the week, right? Our government needs to completely fall apart, honestly. We're all worried about this big crash, right? The reset. Honestly, the government needs to fall apart and start back because we do not go by the Constitution. We do not. Everybody asks me, are you Democrat or are you Republican? I always tell them I'm a constitutionalist. Whatever the Constitution, Bill of Rights says, that's what we should go by. Plain and simple. That's what we should go by. But and everybody, the election's going to fix all this. It is such a mess that it's going to take years, decades to fix this. We're so far in debt, it's not going to get fixed. It's not. There's no way to pay this debt off. And every day it just grows and grows and grows. And they keep screaming about the national debt, right? That, hey, the national debt's getting out of control, but yet let's just keep giving these illegals money. They need to be taking that money and helping American citizens with it, plain and simple. You don't, it's just infuriating me the more I read up on what they're doing. Giving them phones, giving them, like I said, up to, I think 1,000, some places are giving them $1,000 in SNAP benefits to make sure they've got food and their babies got diapers. They're illegal. Deport them, bring them back, deport them and let them come across legally, right? You have people who have come here legally that still cannot get their citizenship. Let me know your thoughts on this. Have you heard about this $1,000 a month? Have you heard about Washington State getting into the pandemic money and helping their people, helping the illegals out up there? I'll link an article down here about this in the description. Let me know your thoughts on this. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person that can do it. Stay safe and keep prepping. Ain't no help for me and you, but there's all type of helps if you're a legal alien, right?